Good morning, YouTube. Seth here. Don't mind my morning hair. So today's topic, I wanted to talk about phalloplasty yet again, but some of the things that I really love about having a penis. I haven't really talked about how blessed and grateful I feel to have gone through this surgery. So that's what I want to make my video about today. I want to let you guys know that it's so hard to go through all of this, not just all of the bureaucratic bullshit, all the paperwork and the waiting times. And I'm only speaking of the Canadian experience. I don't know what it would be like to be in a different country and go through this. That being said, I'm very blessed to be in Canada and for it to be so easy, because I know in a lot of other countries it's not even possible to get funding. So it's just not perfect here, so I'm speaking from my own perspective going through this as a Canadian trans man. So I waited 2 years after I requested funding with my doctor, and unfortunately I was already ready for surgery at that point. I would have been happy to have it the next day kind of thing. So to wait 2 years, it was a really long time for me. Anyway, so my first surgery was May 2018, and so it's been over 2 years now since I've had my first stage of phalloplasty. I've had 4 surgeries in total, which I've gone over in my other videos, but I'll go over really quickly. So I had my phalloplasty, they created the penis, they created the urethra, I had the urethra. I had urethral lengthening, so I can pee standing up. And then in my next surgery, I had glandsplasty, so they created the glands or the tip of my penis. As well, they did some liposuction and plication because I had a huge girth. Like I said, I was 10 inches in girth. People don't believe me, but I have no reason to lie about this. And unfortunately with ALT phalloplasty, that is a possibility. It just depends how much fat you have in your thighs, which I didn't think would be an issue at the time, but that's just the way it all worked out. So anyway, my second surgery, I got rid of some of that girth, but it really didn't seem like very much. My third surgery, it was just liposuction and plication. And again, it really didn't seem like enough. I think I was down to maybe 8.5 inches from 10. And I just felt man, I can't keep coming back to the States to keep getting reduction surgeries. It's just not financially feasible for me, because the medical portion is all covered, but I have to pay for my flights, my accommodations, my food, all that stuff. And it's a lot of time off work, not just to go for the surgery, but recovery and stuff as well. So I decided to go with a different surgeon. I switched from Dr. Safer and his team in San Francisco to Dr. Crane and his team in Texas. I know that a lot of people have some bad feelings towards Dr. Crane. I can't speak to everyone's experience with him, but my own experience has been good so far. He has been practicing for a really long time and has a lot of experience, and I know of quite a few guys who have gone to him who have had good experiences, so that's what I based it on. But I don't want to negate the fact that he does have quite a few lawsuits against him, and a lot of people are suffering because of situations with him. So, like I said, I can't really speak to that, but I decided to go with him because he really made me feel comfortable when we talked, that he would be able to really drastically reduce the girth of my penis, because at the end of the day, it was just way too big for everyday life. Wearing pants it just constantly looked like I had a boner. And I wanted to be able to have sex at that size. It's just really not realistic for most women to have sex with me. So after my surgery with him, I had another liposuction and plication surgery, as well as my testicular implants. So I have balls, which I love. and he was able to reduce my size down to 7 inches from about 8.5. So it was a really big change. Also, he drastically changed the tip of my penis. It used to be more on the thicker side compared to the rest of my shaft, and now it's smaller like it should be. So after all of those surgeries, I'm finally at a point where I'm like, yes, I'm really happy with my penis. I'm able to have sex with it only in one position, but I can still have sex. And my girlfriend and I are gonna make a video talking about that at a later date. I just wanted to make sure that she was comfortable and can be involved to kind of express her side of things too. But I know it's a really important topic to address because, you know, when I was looking into phalloplasty, that was one of the number one things on my mind. It was penetrative sex, and would I be able to do this, and how would that feel and look like? All right, so the average girth for a cis man is, when they are erect, is about 4.5 to maybe 5 inches in girth if they're on the bigger side. You see a lot bigger than that in porn because they are way above average, but most dudes are not. So some guys in porn can be like 6.5 inches in girth, and I'm still bigger than that and flaccid. So it's still quite a bit. So I'm thinking about having another liposuction and plication surgery, and I think it will be the last that I'll be needing. I was hoping that this would be the last one that I had in November, but it's still too big to think about getting the erectile device, because as soon as I get the erectile device put in, when I inflate the erectile device, because I'm thinking about getting the pump, it's going to add another 1/2 inch. I'm going to be really hard when I'm having sex, so it could be quite painful for my partner. And sex is important to me, so I don't want to have that. I would rather reduce the size and then think about getting the erectile device down the road. Anyway, with all that being said, phalloplasty has really changed my life because I really feel super confident now walking out of my house. I don't need a packer to feel confident. I don't need to wear certain pants. Like, to an extent, I kind of have to watch what I'm wearing. I have to wear like tighter underwear to keep everything supported, and I wouldn't wear like really, really tight pants because it will definitely look like I have a boner. However, I feel just like comfortable to be. I don't have to worry about like, oh, is someone gonna look at my junk and see that I don't have a penis? Now it's like, okay, well, if someone looks at my junk, they're checking me out, or I don't know, whatever, but like they can clearly see I have a penis. So it's like, it's really helped put my mind at ease. And I believe what it's all come down to is fear. I was really scared that people would find out about me and the implications for that, whether that would be like getting beat up by some guys or like losing my job, all of these things that probably wouldn't happen, especially where I'm living in the world, because I'm quite privileged. However, it was still like a very survival mindset. And now I feel like I'm able to kind of get past that because of phalloplasty. It's really gifted me that. So now I'm able to be like, okay, you know, my penis isn't exactly where I want it to be, but I have a penis. I'm very happy with it. I don't have any issues currently with it at all. And, you know, I don't really have to think about it. It's not a thought anymore. It's very comfortable to me. It feels, you know, my body feels like I always wanted it to feel. I don't look in the mirror and feel kind of alien anymore. So for me personally, it's made a huge impact in my mental health. And that's what it comes down to. It has saved my life. All of these surgeries that I've had have saved my life. And it doesn't mean all trans people need to go through surgery to feel confident and healthy and happy with their bodies, but that has been my personal journey and experience. So I'm almost done with surgeries, and because of COVID, things have been kind of pushed off to the back burner a little bit. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. just because I'm having my surgeries in the States, and right now COVID is seriously a problem in the US, especially in Texas, where I would be having surgery. So I'm just gonna have to see how things go in the new year, but I have a date for some point in May of next year. And then hopefully when that's out of the way, I will finally be making a move out west at some point. So I'm super excited about that. I'm finally getting to the point where like surgeries and my transition are no longer gonna be sort of holding me back in a sense. It's all been an important part of my journey, but I mean, like, I'm finally gonna get to the place that most people are at where they're not constantly thinking about surgeries and what they need to do to be healthy and happy and comfortable in their body. I can finally get to more of a growth mindset and area in my life instead of just constantly feeling like I'm trying to survive all the time and trying to like finish all these steps that I need to finish for myself, if that makes sense. So phalloplasty, it's hard, and I've talked about that a lot in my other videos, but I do want you guys to know that it is so worth it if it's something that you really need. Not everybody's gonna need it, obviously. We're all very different people, but if you have crazy bad bottom dysphoria like I did, it will make a huge impact in your life and your ability to love yourself and get past some of the stuff that was causing you difficulty. And just honestly feeling more comfortable out in public is invaluable. It's just amazing. So I'm very happy with my decision. I would do it all over again if I could, or if I had to. I wouldn't want to do it all over again because it was so hard, but like I would always make the same decision. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. I'll talk to you later.